Now I'll be the first to say that the best camera is the one that you have with you, and most of the time that'll be your phone. But if you're a tech dad and you want to step up your video and photo game for your dad moments, then you'll want to watch this video. Today I'm discussing 5 different options for every type of dad. From the Pocketable point and shoot camera to a dedicated mirrorless camera, to action cameras, to the specialized Osmo Pocket 3, and even a drone. So which one is the ultimate dad camera? Let's find out. So let's start out with the very popular vlogger camera. And the reason for that, it's a really fun camera to have, the Osmo Pocket 3. It's a good compromise between an action camera and a bigger mirrorless camera. It has a 1-inch sensor, but has a mechanical gimbal. So you're getting really good shots with this guy, and most vloggers love this camera due to its size and smoothness when shooting videos. I will say, you have to learn how to use the different gimbal options, and there's a learning curve to that. But once you get it, you're gonna love the videos coming out of this thing. For dads, it's the easiest way to get stable video while walking and chasing your kids. The face tracking is another bonus. It stays locked on your kid while they run around the playground. The video quality is fantastic for the size of the sensor. Photos are just okay. It's definitely a video first device. As far as durability is concerned, it can be labeled as handle with care. It doesn't feel flimsy when you hold it, but it has a mechanical gimbal and a flip screen that are all weak points of the camera. You have to be a little bit more careful when handling it, and I have dropped this camera when I had it mounted on an overhead shot with my tripod. It fell and hit the table pretty hard on the gimbal. It was freaking out a little bit after that as the gimbal couldn't return to the base. I actually had to bend it back a little bit, but that happened over a year ago and it's been working pretty fine since then. Then there's the ease of use. You flip the screen and you're recording in 2 seconds. The menu is intuitive and easy to navigate, and is just a user-friendly camera with some great features. So there are a ton of good point and shoot cameras out there. I have the Sony RX100 VII. These cameras are for the no baggage dad. The thing I like about these cameras are they fit in your pocket and have some good zoom range. My RX100 VII has a 24 to 200 millimeter zoom. That means you can capture a close-up of your kids on stage from the back of the auditorium. This camera came out in 2019, but the autofocus is still really good and I get a lot of great shots with it. So a trade-off for having such a small camera is a 1-inch sensor is good, but it won't give you that super blurry background bokeh like a big camera. May not be a problem for most, but something I thought I should mention. As for video, well, it's 4K, but it's an older camera, so the video aspect doesn't really hold up to today's cameras. But if you get a more updated point and shoot, then you definitely can get some usable footage. My camera specifically is mainly used for pictures, but I'll say this is the definition of a pocketable camera. Some other options to look at are the Ricoh GR3 or 4, a Canon, or a Fujifilm X100 5 or 6. Pocketable point and shoots are really in again right now, so of course the price has reflected it. If this is going to be your dad hobby, you can spend a couple $100s up to a few grand. Yeah, I know, it's an expensive hobby, but if you're like me and you're going to be taking a lot of pictures of your kids, then this is definitely an option. If you're one of those action adventurous dads, an action camera would be the route to go. I personally own the DJI 5 and my son has the Action 4. We also have a bunch of the older GoPro models. The vibes of these cameras has changed. Before, when you thought about cameras, you would think of a GoPro, and although the new ones are still good, I just like the DJI Action series better. They have a new Action 6 that I haven't used yet. I personally like the colors coming out of those cameras better and have some great features for dads. These things are built to be durable. You can hand this to a 4-year-old and not have a heart attack. It's waterproof, shockproof, and the magnetic mounting is the best in the game. I also put a screen and lens protector on my action cameras. That way, if it takes a really big drop, I can just replace that instead of the lens. As far as the rest of the body, these things are meant to be thrown around and definitely take a beating. The video for the Action series is super stable thanks to the rock steady option on the camera. Photos are just okay. This is meant to be a video camera. The Action 5's new low light sensor is a massive jump over the 4, and I'm sure the Action 6 is even better. They just seem to keep improving the low light capability with each version. You could use this at the beach, at the ocean, or on a hike or camping with no worries. These can also be used on chest mounts for a first person point of view during jogs, hikes, biking, or walking around during your family vacation. Okay, so this is my heavy hitter, the Sony a7C II. Now I'm using that to record right now, but right now I have the Sony ZV-E10. in its place. But there are a lot of great mirrorless camera options out there. Just hit your local Best Buy and you can hold and see which one fits you best. These cameras are for the dads who want to really up the family vacation photos and videos. Let's talk about the specs of this full frame sensor with my vacation lens of choice, the Sony 24-50G lens. It has incredible low light performance. The f2.8 aperture gives you that professional blurry background that makes your kids pop. Honestly, all the mirrorless Sony, Canon, Nikon, Fujifilm cameras all are gonna give you just really crispy videos and pictures. But just remember, it's your lens that gives you that buttery smooth background blur, if you're into that sort of thing. For portability, this is a pro setup, so most of these cameras are going to be a bit bigger. That's why I chose the A7C II. It has a larger A7 Force guts, but in a smaller body. It can fit in my crossbody bag if I detach the lens, but typically I just have it hanging off my Ulanzi backpack mount. For video and picture quality, you're getting a 10 out of 10 for both. It's the best image quality on this list, period. I also have a few other lenses I use with my camera, including the Sony f1.4 24mm G Master, which I use for all my YouTube videos. This is a super old lens, but it's goated, and for good reason. So for ease of use, it's probably a 5 out of 10, but can be more difficult if you want to go down that rabbit hole of manual settings. You have to know a little bit about the exposure triangle, log, and other things to really make this thing shine. But once you get a hang of it, you can make some stunning videos and pictures with this thing. Finally, we're talking drones. Specifically, my dad's starter choice for drones, the DJI Neo 2. This is for dads who want cool drone shots and maybe want to just enjoy flying it around with your kids. I like this drone because you don't even need a controller. It launches from your hand, follows you, and lands back on your palm. The video for this drone is 4K 60 frames per second. The image is stabilized by a 2-axis gimbal. It's great for vacation hero shots, but the propellers are pretty loud when it's flying lower. People definitely will notice you and you might get some awkward looks. As far as portability, it's light, 151 grams, so it can fit in any good sized sling bag. This thing can be tons of fun to fly and even operate with your kids. My kids have used the hand gesture controls to fly the drone and really enjoy it. So which camera is right for you? First, let's talk about the Pocketable camera. These are gonna be for your hipster dads and the dads that don't want that digital looking iPhone photo. They're also gonna be for your photo first dads who don't want to carry some big camera and want the option to shoot in manual mode to really dial in the shutter speed, aperture, and ISO. A lot of these cameras are going to give you great pictures right out of the camera with some big photo recipes for different looks. These are your Sony RX100s, Ricoh GR3s or 4s, and your Fujifilm X100 series. Next is the Osmo Pocket 3. This is for the dad who wants smooth video, great tracking, and something that fits into a cup holder. This is going to be for the video first dads, but you have to remember that it is a fixed focal range when using D-Log-M, so you're gonna have to move your feet to get the right distance for your kids. So unfortunately, no zooming in for that soccer or basketball game. If you're using the normal color profile, then there's a 2x zoom that can help you get a little closer on your shots. If you like vlog style videos, this would be your #1 choice. The DJI Action series and GoPros are gonna be for the rugged active dads. This can fit into your pocket, still get good video quality, and can be used for action sports, fun at the beach or pool, and you can hand it to your toddler without the fear of breaking it. Before, when you thought of action cameras, you would think of this fisheye look for all the videos. Now you can choose a field of view with something more similar to a regular camera. Not to mention the video quality has really taken a jump the last few years. The small size and ruggedness really makes this the choice for dads who have active lifestyles and want a camera to match. Then there's a wow factor of a drone. The DJI Neo 2 are for your epic beach or mountain shots. They give you a point of view that no other camera on this list can provide. The tracking on these drones has drastically improved to where you could use this for hiking or even some action sports. The video quality is going to be behind the other cameras on this list, depending on which drone you decide to get, but it's still 4K and definitely usable. This is more specialized and probably should be paired with another camera on this list. Lastly, you have the do-it-all mirrorless camera. If you want the best photos and videos for your kids' lives, this is it. This is the closest thing to a movie camera you're gonna get. It's going to be the biggest camera of them all, but can fit in a sling bag depending what model camera you get. Image quality for photos and videos are top notch, and you're going to have the ability to shoot in log, which gives you greater flexibility when editing your video. Buying one of these can really make you go down a rabbit hole, as there are so many accessories and lenses that can further upgrade your camera. This is for your hobbyist dad that really want to learn to get the most out of your camera. This is also going to be the camera with the greatest learning curve and, unfortunately, some complicated menus. Of course, you could always shoot everything in full auto mode, but where's the fun in that? So my personal pick, if I can only take one, it's the mirrorless camera, specifically the A7C II for me. I really love this camera. I started with the Sony ZV-E10 Mark II, but quickly decided I wanted a full frame camera. I don't regret the move one bit. The lenses are quite a bit more expensive, but I love the images coming out of this camera. The great thing about mirrorless cameras is you decide what focal range you want your camera to have with your lens choice. Being able to interchange these lenses is also a massive plus. You can get prime lenses with low apertures for good low light capabilities or have multiple lenses for each occasion. It's the versatility and image quality of these cameras that makes this my #1 pick for dads. So which one are you leaning towards? Or do you have a different setup? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.